What is going on, guys? How y'all doing today? Rangovidsmango12 here, or should I say, what are you doing this evening? Because it is currently nearly 10 PM. But yeah, so we've got Ultimate Spider-Man issue 17 right here, and this is probably one of the most awesome issues so far in terms of the Dr. Octopus series side of things, because we really get to see Spider-Man come into confrontation with Dr. Octopus, and then it carries over to the next issue. So anyway, as we saw in the previous issue, Dr. Octopus was going after Justin Hammer for whatever's happened to him, and he kind of blames him for whatever's going on. So we're going to see that escalate in this issue as well. For any of you guys that are only just joining us for this series, I am reviewing every single issue of Ultimate Spider-Man from issue 1 all the way up to issue 133 and beyond. This is Ultimate Spider-Man issue 17. Let's get into it. So Peter wakes up in the morning, comes downstairs to see Kraven the Hunter on TV on the news saying that he's going after Spider-Man, and that's not exactly the best way to start your day, but yeah, Peter pretty much says exactly the same thing, and that kind of gets him a little bit worried, but also just kind of like, great, another target on me, I guess. Now we go over to Kraven the Hunter and what seems to be his advertising agent. You know, like they've created this awesome poster using Photoshop with Kraven about to take down Spider-Man. What I absolutely love about Kraven and just how his character is developed and how it's kind of rounded off is the fact that Kraven is not a reality TV star on the inside. Like, that's just the image that he puts across on TV, but in reality, he's more of a hunter. He's more like the classic Kraven that we know, the one that we love, and this whole thing about being on TV is just kind of something that his agent wants him to do. But in actuality, he is the same Kraven the Hunter that we've all known, and we will be able to see that in the next few issues. Now we go back over to Peter in school, and his teacher is pretty much giving a lecture on just how TV kind of changes perspective and stuff like that. Like, one person will look better on TV than the other, just like how Kraven the Hunter looks better on TV, but in actuality, he's probably not the best person ever. He's probably not the best hunter, but on TV he's made out to look like that. Now Gwen Stacy's finally being brought back into the school. She's not expelled anymore. Well, was she expelled or suspended? Either way, she's back in the school, she's back in class, and she's still got a little bit of that, like, badass chick about her. She's still got that cheek. Honestly, the teacher doesn't really like it, but as you can see, Kong and Gwen kind of have like a little bit of a competition, like they kind of have a bit of negativity between them, and of course that's because Kong bullies Peter Parker, Gwen kind of protects Peter Parker, stuff like that. We've still got this superhero assignment going on, everyone's asking questions, and Liz pretty much says that this assignment is stupid. Obviously, like, the word mutant and mutants in the Ultimate Universe, I'll kind of look down upon. I suppose it's kind of like similar to racism, but it's more like towards mutants. Like, nobody likes mutants, nobody talks about mutants, and we'll see that develop a lot throughout the Ultimate Spider-Man comics. Like, of course, more mutants will come into it, like the X-Men, Deadpool and stuff like that, so we'll see those in the future Ultimate Spider-Man comics. But as of right now, everyone's still a little bit of afraid of mutants, so that's going to play out and kind of spread out across the Ultimate Spider-Man comics throughout the series. Now we go back over to Justin Hammer, and I think he's talking to someone called John Skirtic. I don't know whether that's like a major character in the Marvel Universe, but either way, we discover that Justin Hammer is involved in some kind of superhero creation subject. Like, as you can see on screen right now, that is Sandman. Now Sandman, of course, does actually become part of the Sinister Six and actually kills Ultimate Spider-Man in issue 160, and of course, that's like a whole famous, like, series of issues, like from issue 153 to issue 160 is actually the death of Ultimate Spider-Man, so that's like a famous thing, so that's not really a spoiler. But obviously that means that Sandman later gets hold of his powers and can control him, etc. But as you can see there, it's kind of similar to how, you know, Norman Osborn in the Spectacular Spider-Man TV series, where like Norman Osborn was creating Sandman, he created Rhino, and he created Electro and stuff like that. I think the Spectacular Spider-Man TV series got that from the Ultimate Spider-Man comics. That's where they took influence from. Now, as you can see, Justin Hammer is talking in front of a bunch of people about how he created this dome project, and it's pretty much able to give the entirety of New York alternate energy, like alternate energy sources for affordable energy and stuff like that. Similar to how Spider-Man 2 and how Dr. Octopus in the movie Spider-Man 2 was trying to give, you know, energy, like cheaper, like unlimited energy and all that crazy stuff. Now, I absolutely love this part where Ben Urich stands up and he pretty much says, "Do you know anything about Dr. Octopus?" Justin Hammer says, "No, not at all," and Ben Urich shouts, "Well, he knows you." And when Justin Hammer turns around, Dr. Octopus is on the screen smiling straight at him, and it was like the most sinister page in the Ultimate Spider-Man comic, of this comic at least. And it really took you by surprise, just like how sinister Dr. Octopus can be. I mean, if that part was in a video game or a movie, That would have been the best part of the movie by far. I thought that was awesome. Now we go back over to Peter's school, and they are announcing that Kraven the Hunter is coming to Peter's school just to visit. But of course, because Kraven the Hunter is a hunter, he could possibly find out that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. He could pick up his scent or anything like that. But just as they're about to announce it, or at least just after they announce it, they also get word that there's been some activity, like criminal activity in the city, and everyone needs to remain calm and sit down, etc. Now, of course, that's the cue where Peter Parker can jump out of school, get into his Spider-Man costume, and head on downtown to find out what's been going on. And we get this awesome shot of Peter hanging from the bottom of a helicopter on his webbing. Now, I just want to point out, guys, that have you noticed that Spider-Man's webbing is now white? It turns out that the reason why Spider-Man's webbing was green in the first few issues is because the writers and artists did that on purpose to give Ultimate Spider-Man, you know, like a bit of differentiation from the 616 universe. But after a while, everybody just started to wonder why Spider-Man's webbing was actually green. So then they changed it back to the original color of white, and that is why that was green. But anyway, as you can see, Spider-Man starts getting shot off the helicopter, and he actually falls through the skylight of the dome and lands right next to Dr. Octopus, and that is where the issue ends. So we're going to have to wait until Ultimate Spider-Man issue 18 to see these two face off against each other for the very first time. And of course, there's that little thing about Peter Parker being Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus knowing that Peter got bit by the spider, possibly putting 2 and 2 together, so we get to see that play out in the next issue, and of course in issue 19, so that's going to be awesome to see. Guys, what did you think of this issue? Let me know in the comments section below. What did you think of that part with Dr. Octopus on the giant screen? I thought that was epic. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10. Guys, hit the like button on this video. Go to the link in the description to follow me on Twitter and Facebook to find out when I'm going to be uploading videos on my Twitter. And of course, go onto my Facebook page to find out all the comic book news, all the latest news on updates and stuff like that. Check that out. Follow me on there. Guys, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on this video, and I'll see you all in my next video.